Alright, welcome in. Here is my review for Ghostbusters Afterlife, an action comedy released November 19th, 2021, this year in US. Runtime is 2 hours, 4 minutes. Director is Jason Reitman, who happens to be the son of the director, I believe the late director, Ivan Reitman, who was the director of the first two, which was the first one was in the 80s, and I believe the second one was in the 90s. I could be wrong. This is a trilogy. So, here's the cast of the film. Alright, so we already know the plot of this if you've seen the trailer at least once. This is the trilogy ending the third one. Ending the originals. If you don't know, this is not related to the failed attempt of the reboot that was the 2016 film, but a sequel to the 80s and 90s OG Ghostbusters franchise. As that being said, when the news came this was being made, I was super excited. Then I heard it was the kids was going to be the main characters instead of the adults. Then I wasn't too thrilled, but then saw the trailers, thought the trailers were okay, but been hearing nonstop for the past month and last year when it came out since November, how great it was. And I kept hearing about it more and more and more, and that made me give me hope. And on top of the fact that, again, this is the son of the director of the original two, which I happen to like a lot. Was going to watch it either way, but, was going in here with low expectations. Was shocked at how serious and smart they made Paul Rudd's character. He's normally a kind of dumbed down comedian character in his movies, with some good, aspects to him. Obviously, likable character nonetheless. The comedy was mixed with well into the background of the horror dramatic story. It felt like Ghostbusters 2, and I honestly, as more I watched, the more it kind of felt like a mixture of number 2 and 1. When it came to the comedy easily mixed in with drama, and then kind of the feel of the movie kind of felt like both. The story was surprisingly written well for the most part. I will say the background story of the connection to the first two movies felt very thrown in there, and wasn't a fan of how they went about it. Now, if I was to nitpick a whole unrealisticness of the 12-year-old girl being able to carry a proton pack on her back through the movie, she was doing that, or how they had RC wheels on the trap after they got into the car, even though they didn't have one on the trap when they got into the car, if that makes sense. Kind of nostalgia to the point there was randomly thrown in there, which I thought was lazy at points, but I did appreciate most of it. But again, there was definitely some parts that were just literally thrown in there. If you know about the Twinkie part, if you've seen this movie, you know what I mean. It was literally thrown in there, and there was another thing in there too. Other words, it has some issues, but I believe the greatness that this film had to offer overshadowed the bad. Here's my rating for this film, and we'll come up with a conclusion. I personally really thought the movie did the franchise justice. I really had a fun time watching this, and I did leave very pleased with how it turned out. Now, stop with the franchises, and specifically this one. But what did you think about this film? Did you think it did justice to the franchise? Did you like it? Did you think it was okay? Definitely a cringy part in there at one point, but you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I liked it. I didn't feel like it ruined the franchise or anything. But watch them continue with this, because that's what Hollywood has been doing the past 20 years for quick money. But let's just hope that they don't do that. But you know how it is. Anyways, I love you all. Please stay safe. And I don't know when I'll be putting on another video. I do have one actually planned that has, believe it or not, a B movie with Bruce Willis. But I'm very optimistic to that. So it being good, anywhere near good. So, but yeah, it's cool.